Good morning, everyone. Thank you for your attendance. This is the hardcore group that always survives the second day of a workshop. Usually there's an exponential attrition. So this is, we're proud of you. I want to thank the speakers from yesterday. I want to thank them again. I think we had a wonderful day. The plenary speakers as well as all the sessions and the panel sessions. So we looking forward to a similar performance today, this morning and in the afternoon. Before we kick off the meeting today, I would like to introduce the next director of IDSS, Professor Martin Wainwright. Martin got his PhD here from MIT, from Leeds, actually. And then shortly after that, he went to Berkeley. He sort of had an illustrious career in Berkeley. Martin is an expert in stochastic processes, information theory, machine learning, statistics, machine learning, and optimization. Works across the board in these different areas, has made big contributions in a variety of areas, including graphical models and so forth. I will not give you the full resume of Martin, but you can see it online. We're very happy that Martin is the successor. He's been inhaling IDSS for the last month, and I would say maybe the last day at a higher dose. So he would like to say a few comments, so please, Martin.
All right, thanks so much for the kind introduction, Munther. I don't know, so maybe first a few words just about myself. As Munther said, I got my PhD here in 2002. I was working with Alan Wilsky in Leeds and Tomi Jakala over in CSAIL. I actually worked on a pretty wide range of things. I worked on statistical models for natural images and connections to visual neuroscience. I worked a fair bit on graphical models. These are a sort of flexible framework for modeling large-scale systems, things like social networks, phylogenetic trees in biology. They pop up in statistical physics. So you can kind of see the common theme here, that there was statistics underlying everything I was doing. But I think echoing a little bit about what Mike Zipser told us yesterday about MIT and statistics and the history, I think I realized towards the end of my PhD that I actually didn't know that much statistics. So in many ways, I replicated Mike Jordan's move. A number of years later, I moved across the country to Berkeley. I joined Mike Jordan's group as a postdoc for 2 wonderful years and really learned a lot of statistics there. I'd say, honestly, I actually learned most of it as a faculty. I joined Berkeley as a faculty member, and just actually teaching statistics is how I learned it. I consider myself sort of ahead of the game if I was roughly 3 lectures ahead of the students instead of maybe 1 or 2. Makes your life interesting, but also stimulating. Okay, so I've come back to MIT after 20 years. What's different? Many things are different. New initiatives, new faces, new buildings. But I think the most remarkable thing that's new is the existence of IDSS. I think many people, Mike Jordan and Mike Zipser yesterday, spoke eloquently to the sort of small miracle that is IDSS. I find it really inspiring, really exciting that it's taking statistics and data and using them, I think, in powerful, creative, and cross-cutting ways to tackle problems that are policy-related, institutional-related, systems-related. And we saw a lot of that yesterday. We saw a wonderful lineup of talks, such a diverse range of ideas: liquid democracy, systemic racism, computational complexity, and statistics. That was really inspiring. So I think all of this is a testament to Munther, his vision, and his legacy, and also the hard work, I think, of everybody at IDSS to bring this to fruition. Maybe just one broader comment. As Munther said, I'm just very much getting to know IDSS. But what I've observed so far, I think, is in addition to this extraordinary intellectual breadth and vitality, I think IDSS has a really healthy mixture of 3 things: of core competencies, of interdisciplinary work that's trying to bridge 2 different areas, and what you might call transdisciplinary work that's actually trying to cut across areas. So for example, I think part of statistics derives its power because it is precisely transdisciplinary. So to give credit where it's due, I've been talking a fair bit with Munther, and he's made many of these kinds of observations, I think quite insightful things about IDSS and its role moving forward. So as Munther said, yesterday actually was my first real exposure to the breadth of IDSS, and I must say it was kind of like the MIT fire hose, sort of trying to drink water out of a fire hose, but I mean that in the best possible way. It was really, really exciting, and I look forward to a similar lineup of talks today. I guess, where are we going? I guess, to be honest, I'm a statistician. First thing statisticians do is collect data. So I'm very much in the data collection phase, been talking to Munther, various others of you, and I really hope to continue doing that over the next few months. Just listening, learning, understanding IDSS, its history, its multifaceted nature. So I really look forward to doing that. I can say definitively I'm really excited to be given this opportunity. I think it's wonderful what we have here, and I really look forward to working with all of you to try and make it grow and flourish in the years to come. One last thing, just to keep things brief, but last but not least, I'd like to say I really look forward to working with the IDSS staff. So far they've been so wonderful, professional, efficient, warm, and friendly. I can't think of a better mixture of characteristics in people. So I'd just like to acknowledge their role, I think, in bringing IDSS to what it is today. So if you'll join me in thanking the staff. You can see it in how smoothly this workshop's running. Okay, so with that, that's all. Thanks very much. I look forward to interacting with more of you.